Uh, Good morning, everyone. I hope you are doing well today. Welcome to our public speaking class, and I'm super excited to have you all here. So, today we are going to do some really fun activities to build our confidence, to improve our speaking skills, and also to help us to become a powerful speaker. All right? So, whether you are 6 or 16, doesn't matter. We are going to be a confident speaker, okay, after this class also. All right. So before we start and go ahead and talk about our today's session, I would like to know from you all, do you think we need a confidence when we have to speak in front of public? Yes, of course, which is most important. Without confidence, we will start shaking, right? Our body will start shaking and shivering. And that's what we need, a confidence to speak in front of public. And that's all the class about. We are going to start and talk about public speaking in our today's session. And all right, let's begin with a quick warm up. And our first activity is say your name with style. So I'll go first. All right. My name is Bhumika and I am amazing dancer. Now it's your turn. I want you to say your name and add a word which describes you. And I need you to speak with energy, with good voice. Good voice means what? Don't worry, I'm going to tell you. And of course, your movements. I'm sure you must have seen your teachers while they describe, while they speaks, they keeps their hand moving like this, right? So that's also we have to follow. Now, let's begin with this activity. Okay. And I'm sure you like this activity because I don't have students here, but I hope you understood what has to be done in this activity. So this is how we start with our ice breaking activity. Let's proceed ahead now. We will start another activity which is called as a picture composition activity. All right. But before we go for a picture composition activity, I'm sure should be a question in your mind that why we are going for this public speaking. What is this public speaking and why does it matters? So public speaking is not just about giving speeches on stages. It is also about how clearly we can speak with a confidence in our day-to-day life, how better we can express ideas in our class, how we can answer the questions without any hesitation, and of course, how we can present our thoughts in a structured way. I'm sure you have met a lot of people in your day to day life, and you have seen that they speak English, but they are kind of having a lot of fillers, right? They keep on fumbling, saying, and a lot of giving a lot of gaps in between and saying, these are called as fillers, and we are going to understand how can we overcome this from our classes, right? You might face when you go to school how to express your ideas in class. I'm sure this is one of the major problem which everybody face. You know the answer but you don't know how can you speak that, and that's also we cover in our public speaking classes, how to answer the questions without hesitation. That is also we are going to do. And one most important, when it comes to speaking, how can we present our thoughts in the way that it should form like a structured. For example, if I have to say why do I like this particular thing, now I should give first of all what is this thing all about, then I have to give reasons that these are three reasons because of which I like it. And of course this is what a structured way that we have to follow when we speaking in public. You should not be like shivering and you should not be shaking. No, nothing should be there. So in our classes you'll be learning how can you organize, how can you use body language, how can you use your voice effectively, and most important, we will help you to build the confidence over the time. All right. So let's proceed ahead with our first activity, which is a picture composition activity. So in this, I'm going to show you one picture. Okay. And let me just present my screen. Take a good look at it. All right. And I'm going to ask you a few questions on it. Okay. So have a look on the picture. All right. I hope the picture is visible to you. Yes? Okay. Of course, you're not present. You cannot tell me this, but I'm sure you can see it. So let's answer some of the questions together. What do you see? Who is there in the picture? What do you think it is happening? Can you imagine a story behind this? In this picture, I see children playing on a swing. There is a little girl holding balloons, a dog running out. I think it's a Sunday afternoon. They are at the park celebrating maybe a birthday, maybe a friendship day, or it could be any day, right? Now, similar to this, it's your turn now. You can take your time, think about it, and describe it in your own words. And you have to speak clearly and with confidence, right? And this is how we have our first activity, which is a picture composition. You might be thinking, ma'am, it's very difficult, but absolutely it is not. If you look at the picture, you just have to describe it. And as more as you will speak to describe such things, you will understand that, okay, these things will help me to construct the sentences, right? If you look at the picture, you will try to find out that there are so many kids enjoying in the park. So it's like you have to create a story on the basis of what all you can see in the picture, right? So that's what we do in our picture composition activity. Okay. I think this is clear to you now. We will proceed ahead to our next and the most important, okay, and that is public speaking tips and tricks. All right. So we are going to understand what tips that we have to follow when we go for a public speaking and what tricks that we have to follow. All right. So let's begin with the screen that I'm sharing. All right. So I hope my screen is visible to you. So let's start with the public speaking tips first. The first tip says scan around the audience and making eye contact with them. This is such an important trick, or I will say a tip that you have to take here. Whenever you are speaking in front of public, you have to look at the audience, right? You have to look in the front of them. It shouldn't be like you're talking to them and you're like, hello everyone. This is Manya. This is Manvi. And today I'm going to speak. No, nothing. You should be in the front. Your eye contact should be there. And when you have an eye contact, it is a wonderful way to express, and the audience will also engage, right? For example, whoever is listening to you will get engaged. For example, right now I'm talking to you, and instead of looking at you, I'm looking here and there. Will you enjoy my class? Definitely not. You'll be like, "Ma'am, what is there? You are looking there," right? So it's most important to scan around the audience, look at them, okay, and have a eye contact with them. Now, I'll give a trick here. I mean, it's not possible and it's not compulsory that every time you'll be able to look there. But what you can do is you can just look in the front, okay? Maybe if there's a wall at the end, have a look there and try to do here and then. Shouldn't be like every time stuck on the one place. That is also not. Next one, you have to use a loud, clear voice. Do not speak so fast. Use your expressions in your voice to make your speech more interesting. Now, when I say using a loud, clear voice, what do I mean by this? I'm sure you must have met a lot of people. Like I was giving an example also. For example, I'm speaking to you. I'm speaking so fast. I'll keep speaking very quick, very fast. Okay. But I'm speaking fast also, and my voice is also not clear. You will not be able to understand. For example, I'm saying I'm very happy. Look my expressions. But if I say to you, I'm very happy today, it doesn't look like even if I'm happy, right? To make our speech more interesting, it is most important for us that we should speak with a clear voice, and of course we should not speak fast. Okay, so I'm sure my two tricks are clear to you. And of course, a tip, I would say, not a trick. Next one, use hand gestures when appropriate. Now, I'm sure in your school also, you have seen your teachers when she explains anything, she use the hand gestures, right? And you always have to use the hand gestures when you are speaking, right? So, like, for example, now if I'm talking to you, okay, instead of using my hand gestures, I'm not using and I'll be like this. Look at my hands. I folded my hands and sitting like this. Doesn't look good at all. Am I right? Yes. So you should not use, you should use your hand gestures when appropriate or when required. This is also one of the signs when it comes to speaking. All right. Of good speaker, I would say. Next one, Do not hold papers. Do not hold papers in front of your face. Most important. For example, I am holding paper and speaking. That yes, it is good to be healthy. We should follow healthy habits. I mean, I have a paper. I'm reading from there. Doesn't look good. I mean, even if you want some hint, you can put your paper like this and give a speech. Maybe if you need any help, have a look like this and then speak. All right. I hope it's clear to you now. Okay. Let's proceed ahead now. And I hope my all the tricks which I'm teaching you is that clear to you, right? So in the same go, we'll look for the trick number 5. Now, trick number 5 says, stand still, try not to sway back and forth or shuffle from foot to foot. It's very important that we should stand still. I mean, I'm sure you have seen your students or your friends mostly when they speak in the class. Okay, the students in the class, when they speak, they are like this. This is not a right way, of course, to, study. It's important that you stand still, okay, and you should not go do like this and that. And I mean, these body movement doesn't look good. You have to be straight when you are speaking, and you do not shuffle your foot as well. Okay, you have to be straight in terms of your body, and then you can try speaking. Next, I mean, all those 5 tricks are clear, I'm sure. Let's go for the some more tricks that we have, which we are going to understand. Now, I mean, I was calling it as more as tips. Now I'll call some more as a tricks as well. First is nervousness is normal. Practice and prepare. Now, as it is written also, people feel some psychological reaction like pounding hurts. I'm sure you have seen when you are speaking, your heart is like, this is duck, 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 duck. What is this? This is about because you are nervous, right? So do not associate your feeling with the senses that you perform poorly, okay? Or you make a fool of yourself. Some nerves are good, right? So it's like the best way to come out of this or to overcome this anxiety is to prepare, right? Prepare, and prepare some more. Take your time to go over, take over your notes several times, have a look over and again, right? Keep a record of yourself. For example, if I have to give a speech in front of you, before I speak here, I'll go in front of mirror and practice. And what else? I can record myself and see whether I'm making any mistake. If yes, I can improve there. Why we should do mistake in front of our, audience? That doesn't look good also. Okay, let's proceed ahead. Second trick and tip is know your audience and your speech is about them, not you, which is good. Now I understand this. When I say know your audience, before you start, you should know your audience. You should know who is the learner. For example, if I'm teaching to kids, I should be fun and I should have some fun and interactive activities in my class. But what if I'm teaching to adult? Do you still think I should have fun and a lot of interactive activities? They'll consider themselves as a kid, of course, then, and they may not enjoy my class. They will say, "Hey, this teacher is good, but not for me. It's good for kids, actually." Right? Similarly, you should also have to look what all your audience is, which is most important. So your speech is about them, not you. Just determine your choice of words. They should understand. You are speaking such a difficult words which they are not able to even understand, which is most important that you should take care of, right? So you should know your audience, look at them, not at you. Next is organize your material in a most effective manner to attain your purpose. So this point says, as it is written, you have to create the frameworks for your speech. Okay, have a look now. Create your framework for your speech. Write down the topic. Are you getting it now? I mean, now when I'm speaking, I will write down a topic. I'll write down my purpose, my specific purpose, my central idea, my main points, and I'll make sure I should grab that attention in the first 30 seconds. I mean, if you notice in my class itself, I started with an activity. Similarly, it's most important that when we organize or when we prepare for our material, we should make sure that we are grabbing the attention in the beginning itself, right? Otherwise, what will happen? They might lose the interest in the beginning and they don't really want it to continue also for the coming time period with you. Okay. So this is again one of it. I mean, let me just make you recap with so many things which I taught you. Let me erase this first. First one. So first one, as I said, nervousness, which is normal, but you have to practice and you have to prepare. Let's go for the next now. When we go for next one, you should know your audience, right? To whom you are speaking. Are you talking to teachers and you are saying, hey kids, hey teachers, doesn't looks good. You'll be like, when you speak in front of teachers, respectful teachers, my dear friends, you have to be bit more confident and you have to be bit more organized with what you say. Third one, you should organize your material. Just now I told you how to organize, how should be structure, that all comes under it. Fourth one, which is watch for the feedback and adapt to it. I'm sure now there are a lot of people who takes the feedback in a negative way. How many times you have received the feedback from your teacher saying that you are not good in this and you still take that feedback in a positive way? I don't think so. You would say yes, at least. No, no one will say because we take that feedback in a negative sense. We feel like, how could this teacher can say anything to me? I mean, I was such a good speaker and still she's saying she's pinging me. I'm sure she has some problem with me. That's not the case actually. You have to watch for the feedback, look the feedback and just grab that feedback. Okay. I mean, being a teacher and being a student, it is most important in any work that you do. You should be ready to accept the feedbacks. Okay. Because that feedbacks can only help you to understand what are the pinpoints where I have to work on myself. That all comes in. So have a look here now. Keep the focus on the audience, watch their reactions. Of course, stay flexible means you can change yourself. Delivered a candid speech with guarantee that you lose the attention or confuse even the most devoted listener. Sometimes it happens that someone, when you're delivering your speech and that you lose the attention and you will be like confusing everybody. No, you should not do that. When speaking, everything has to be taken care by you because the one who is listening, maybe the case he's listening just to you and he's very careful about it. All right. Okay, let's proceed ahead and let's talk about our next one. That is, let's your personality or let your personality come through. So be yourself. Do not become a talking head in any type of communication. I mean, as I told you before also, let your personality should come out. You should not like trying to act like your friend, the way he or she spoke, you'll be like, okay, I will also try and speak like that. Doesn't matter actually. It doesn't looks good also. Any type of communication to you, your personality shines through and your audience will trust what you have to say if they can see a real person. I mean, this is a general practice I would say we can actually follow here. I mean, as a trick, I'm sharing it to you. Whenever I teach anything, okay, I always give my personal examples, my real life examples, so that you can also correlate it with it. And when we actually correlate our examples, I mean, when I give my examples and you correlate, you will actually better understand the things which I'm trying to explain you. Similarly, when it comes to giving a speech, you should try giving your example. For example, now let's take an example. What if I say that let's give a speech, we should not wear uniform in our school on a daily basis. I mean, there should be no uniform. Let's take this as a topic. All right. And I am speaking on the topic. I can speak now on this topic when I'm speaking. I can share my example. So when I was in school, then during that time we have to wear a uniform, and that was good because we all have one proper dress which we have to wear on a daily basis, and because of which we all were punctual as well, and we knows the importance, right? I mean, otherwise, if there would be no dress, no common dress, then everybody will wear some fashionable kind of dresses and they might make feel jealous to others. So when I was a kid, I also have this problem, but it was good that only just one day on Saturday we have to follow the another dress. Otherwise, Monday to Friday we have to wear the same dress, that is a uniform given by school. So I like that particular thing. What about you? So like this, I can share my examples in the speech. You can share your examples to attract the attentions. Okay, I'm sure when your teacher teach, she also gives her example to you so that you can understand the things. Similarly, it has been told here also. Let's go for the next now. Next is use humor, tell stories, and use effective language. So as it is being said, always inject the funny things in your presentations, and that will actually grab the audience. Maybe you can add something which will make them funny or which will, like, you must have seen, I have seen a lot of times when when someone gives the speeches in front of others, they includes some logical questions, and may not be fully logical, maybe a funny questions, and they ask you to give the answer, right? You might become attentive while listening to that person's whole speech, because he might say that, okay, listen to me, I may ask some more questions in the between. Okay, so such kind of funny things you have to keep on adding in your presentations, which will grab the attentions, right? Maybe adding a gifts in between, saying that, okay, I'm going to give a this prize or this gift if you will listen and answer my questions. So such kind of things can be added. Next is, do not read unless you have to work from an outline. I mean, I told you this before also. You, when it comes to reading from a script or a slide fractures the interpersonal connections. Even if you notice, right, I'm teaching to you. Even the things are written in front of me. I'm just looking at it. I'm not taking help of full content and revising the same thing in front of me. There's no point if I speak the same thing. So we have to make eye contact with the audience, but when we read, we cannot make it. Correct? So it's important. You should avoid reading. It may happen that you might forget any word. You can take a look at it, but you should not thoroughly reading from it. Yeah. So by maintaining that eye confidence or eye contact and confidence, you can actually become a better speaker always. Okay. Let's go for the next, which is use your voice and hands effectively. I think I told you this all obviously before itself. You should use your voice, your accents, and good delivery doesn't calls attention to itself, but instead convey the speaker's idea, what actually we are trying to speak, and there should be no distractions. Distraction means maybe during these speeches you are doing like this. I mean, you understand what I'm trying to say, just trying to make your voice better. No, you should keep avoiding all such things. Okay. Next, you should grab the attentions at the beginning, close with a dynamic and. When I say grab the attention at the beginning, I already told you the example. How can we grab the attention? And close with a dynamic end. So, for example, do you enjoy hearing the speech start? Today, I'm going to talk you about X. Most people don't. Instead, use a startling statistics, means something which is giving a big ideas, and the person will enjoy what you are speaking, right? So you have to conclude with a proper summary, which what you said, statements. You can ask, do you have any question for me? Would you like to add anything here? So such things can be done as well. Next is use audio visual aids. I'm sure, I mean, this is not for the kids, of course. This is good for the elder kids, okay, or for the older one. They can use presentations to explain something in speeches. It will grab again the audience or the attentions rather than simply going and, giving and delivering. Because when it comes to pictures, we might get attracted instead of always listening and listening. Anything doesn't, even if I do not present anything in my class and keep speaking, you may not enjoy my class too, right? So don't worry, we have a lot of videos in our classes, because just because this class is one-way interaction, I couldn't show those videos to you. But there are a lot of things. I'll show you one video also today. I'm sure you're going to enjoy that, which is a public speaking tricks video. But this is what all about. And the last but not the least, it says practice does not makes perfect. Are you confused now? Don't you think how I'm saying practice doesn't makes perfect? Because everybody says that practice makes us perfect. But why I'm calling that practice doesn't makes perfect? So listen to me. See, good communication is never perfect, and nobody expect you to be perfect always, because we cannot always, right? Every time we have some problems in us, and we have to work on those problems so that we can improve and we can be a better speaker, right? So, however, putting those requisites time to follow, and which will help us to deliver a better speech, you may not be able to shake your nerves entirely. Remember the nervousness that it comes, and you may not be able to shake your nerves entirely, but you can actually learn to minimize them. And that's what I'm trying to say, that we cannot completely remove it, but we can try how can we minimize it. Because when we take classes also, we don't promise that in one class you will learn each and everything. But with these classes, you will understand that, okay, ma'am is teaching like this in the first class, and if I give you a feedback, you will make a add-on in it. Now, when you will add on that particular thing, what I'm giving you as a feedback, every time you will learn something. And every time if you keep adding in yourself, and that's how you can be a sound speaker, a good speaker. All right. I'm sure you are enjoying my class. You're not getting bored. Okay. All right. Let me stop my sharing. So, did you like all the tips and tricks which I have shared it to you so far? I think yes. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna play one video instead, which is related to public speaking. How can be more confident and be a public speaker? So have a look on my screen.
Okay, just get up on. How many people are in the audience? 100? 1,000? Don't count. Okay.
Looks like it is not audible. Just
Here. That was easy. Now I just need to. Oh my gosh! How many people are in the audience? 100? 1,000? Don't count. Okay, I can do this. I'm gonna focus on my notes. What did I have written down again? Hello. My. Okay, if this sounds like your worst nightmare, you're not alone. Actually, you're one of the estimated 70% of the population that has an intense fear of public speaking. And that's okay, because on today's Wellcast, we've got our triple P method that will get you through and get you calm during that next oral report and keep your breakfast where it belongs. You ready? Many polls list public speaking as the most commonly reported phobia among Americans. It's called glossophobia, meaning literally, fear of the tongue. A study by Texas Christian University tested 48 women and 48 men enrolled in a public speaking class and found that those who exhibited high trait anxiety had the most physical symptoms of distress when speaking publicly. So, what if you're the kind of person whom any bit of social acrobatics is tantamount to entering a lion's den? Hey, calm down. Okay, I'm just kidding, but seriously, calm down, all right? We've got our triple P method that'll get you through that next public speaking gig. Pause and print this Wellcast worksheet. Step 1, prepare, prepare, prepare. We said it 3 times because it's that important.
There are 2 things that go into being prepared. Number 1, knowing your subject backwards and forwards. 2, knowing exactly how you're going to present it step by step. In your Wellcast worksheet, write down the major points that you want to get across to the audience. Get the ideas out of your head and onto the paper.
In the next column to the right, start ordering these points in a logical manner. Arguing your point to the audience and winning them over is like a boxing match. First, start with some fancy footwork, a fact or an anecdote that will hook the audience in and get them to pay attention to you. Then, throw a couple of swings, supporting evidence for your argument, stats, personal stories, something that will start to convince the audience that you're taking control. And finally, the knockout, a landing blow of statements that's memorable, convincing, and sums up your speech's position. All right, step 2, posture and physicality are key. Part of keeping your anxiety at bay while giving your speech is knowing what to do with your body.
Before your speech, avoid large meals or dairy products, which will make you feel like you need to clear your throat incessantly. Bring a bottle of water on stage if you're allowed. Don't be afraid to take sips throughout your speech. It'll keep your voice natural, and it gives you a moment to pause and regain your composure if needed. Stand naturally, not too stiff or slumped. Good posture will help you breathe and speak easier, and it'll let your audience know that you're calm and in control.
Step 3, pander to your audience. The best public speakers know how to work the room. Don't be completely serious unless the occasion calls for it. Don't read entirely off the cards. Keep a natural cadence and pace. Throw a joke or a side in. It'll draw in a laugh. If there's a silence, then turn that into a joke.
so make sure that you are listening it carefully and have a look the way they are telling you all the steps.
Stay natural, self-effacing, and the audience will be on your side. Let's recap. You'd rather face a poisonous reptile than public speak, huh? Well, follow the Wellcast Triple P checklist. Prepare extensively for your speech. Know your content backwards and forwards, and figure out the absolute best way to present it and to win over your audience. Watch your posture and physicality. This includes everything from standing naturally to breathing from your diaphragm.
And pander to your audience. Keep them in the palm of your hand and with an easy demeanor, natural cadence, and of course, jokes.
Tweet us at WatchWell.
So I'm sure you liked the video. Okay. So this video was all about how to be a confident, I'll not say confident, how to be more confident public speaker, right? I mean, this whole video is about how to be more confident, what tips that we have to follow to be more. I'm sure you're learning a lot of tips now since the starting of the class, and these are some more for you as well, right? Okay, all right. So far we have understood now what all we have to take care, what tips we have, what tricks we have, how to be a more confident speaker. Let's talk about how we speak. Listen to me carefully. Um, to be a good speaker, we don't just use words. We also use our voice. Okay. Now, when I say voice, we should be loud enough, we should be clear, and we should have an expressions on the face. Okay, so our voice matters other than our words, and also our body matters. When I say body, we should standing tall, smiling, using hand gestures, which all I told you, right? Um, let's practice a sentence together. Repeat this sentence after me. I believe in myself and I will speak with confidence. Now say this again, this time like you really mean it. With your hands, with your voice, with your smile. All right? I know you can do it. Awesome. Remember, body language adds power to your words. Let's repeat it once again. I believe in myself and I will speak with more confidence. All right? And the day and the many times you keep on speaking this, and I think you can be a wonderful speaker one day. Okay. Uh, let's proceed ahead now and we'll talk about some structures that we follow in the speech. We call it as a three-part format. Okay, we call it as a three-part format in this picture. I'm going to share my whiteboard with you. Just let me know if you can see it. Allow me a couple of seconds. Yes. Can you see my whiteboard right now? All right. I hope the whiteboard is visible now. Okay. So I'll just share what I'm trying to explain it here. Just listen it to me carefully. So when I say this, how can we learn how to organize our speech? When I'm saying for younger students, okay, I mean, of course, not for the elder one for sure right now, but I'm telling you for younger student, we should follow OREO method. Okay, what we should follow? OREO method. Have a look on my screen. So as I have written, we should follow speech structure. Yeah, have a look. So when I say speech structure, first structure, as I say, is OREO method. Now, what comes when I say OREO method? What comes to your mind if I ask you, first of all, that what is this OREO method? Anything is like a biscuit I'm talking about, the OREO biscuit. I'm sure you like OREO biscuit. I do like it. But I'm not talking about OREO biscuit. What I mean by OREO is, have a look, I'll just write it down here itself. Can you see it? Yeah, have a look. So O stands for opinion. And when I say R stands for reason, E stands for example, and O again stands for opinion, or again I'll say. And if I say this, for example, I think recess is the best part of school because it will help me relax. Yesterday, I played football with my friends and felt happy. Yes, I think recess is really important for all of us. Okay. So, did you notice when I'm speaking, I'm telling about my opinion, I'm sharing the reason why I like it, I'm sharing the example, and then again, my opinion, if required, I can share it. So, I mean, if you see, my speech is structured, and that's what you have to follow. Now, when I say for older students, what do we follow? Whether we use the same format, ma'am, or is there any other format for them? Any idea? I'm sure you would have the ideas. So for them, the best way is introduction, body, and conclusion. All right. So let's say if I give you a topic, I'll give a wonderful topic. I mean, you may try this topic after the session. Let me just write it down here. Everybody should have so many things in the mind going when I've given this topic. Should we have homework every day? So who all agree with this? All of you? Okay, so should we have homework every day? We have to think for a moment. Now we will speak using a structure that I taught you, right? I mean, if it is a younger student, I may say that you used opinion, OREO you should remember, okay? Opinion, reason, example, and if required, then more opinion. But for the older one, you can remember that, okay, you have to start first of all an introduction. When I say introduction, you can start by saying, okay, what is this homework all about? Why did teachers give this homework? Then you can talk about, should we give? If you are in the favor, you can say that yes, we should give. If you are not, then you should say no, I do not agree, or I think that this is not a right way of giving homeworks on an everyday. Once you are done with your body part, you can go for the conclusion. When I say conclusion, it's like more or less like giving a summary of it, what all you said, right? So I may suggest you do practice on this topic, which is most important. I'm sure you're going to love it as well. Okay. So with these practice that you will be doing on a daily basis on such things, I can make you sure that you will be a public speaker and a confident public speaker for sure. All right. Is that clear? Sounds good, I think. And we'll proceed ahead. So, I mean, we did a lot of study now. Shall we go for something more fun and interesting? Yes? Okay. So let's try with some quick challenges. We call it like a fun game plus some tongue twisters we are going to try. So let's twist our tongues with a fun tongue twister. I'll try one. I mean, let me just try it on my screen rather than speaking so that you all can also try speaking it. Okay, have a look on my screen. All right, let's try speaking it. This is very easy. I think you can all try it. Kitty got the kitten in the kitchen. Okay, the tongue twister is Kitty caught the kitten in the kitchen. I mean, we can try first of all speaking bit slowly, but once we are habitual of it, we can speak bit faster also. Say it slowly, like we have one more. She sell seashell by the seashore. Have you ever heard this tongue twister? Of course. Yeah. So first of all, we have to say it slow and then faster and then faster. All right. I mean, with these tries, you can definitely be a public speaker and a confident public speaker. Have a look on my screen. This is how the tongue twister it is. Kitty caught the kitten in the kitchen. Seashell by the seashore. Okay. Speak slowly first and then try speaking clearly. But most important is you should speak clearly. It shouldn't be like you're speaking fast, but you know there is no clarity. Like I have seen one of my student like nothing works. See. No, you have to be clear with the words. Every word should be clear. For example, if I'm saying Kitty caught the kitten in the kitchen, she sells seashells by the seashore. Everybody's the word is clear here, and that's what I'm. All right. I mean, this is how we actually follow and we speak. And we do a lot of activities in our classes. One I already told you. Let's time for a quick speaking challenge. First, let's try emotion switch. I'll say one sentence in three different emotions. So watch me. I'll speak, okay, one sentence in front of you, and that is in a three different emotions. First one, I'm excited right now. I can't believe it is Monday. See, I'm excited. But for example, same sentence if I say in a bored way, I can't believe it's Monday. See, I'm bored right now. Next, same sentence if I have to say in an angry way, I can't believe it is Monday. So did you notice? Let's try these emotion switch, which will help you to, bit more expressions you can show. Okay. It's your turn now. You can say like, I love chocolate. You can say this in a 3 different emotions. Okay. So those were expressives if you have seen mine as well. And I would suggest you to do a give try on these things. Okay. All right. We do have a lot of public speaking topics that we give in our classes. I'll just share ones with you so that you'll get an idea what kind of topics that you can go through it. I mean, these are the random topics that we will give you. Have a look. Please take a look on it. These are some I have shown. It's not like these are the only one. A lot of we have. So which we can make you try speaking on a daily basis. And if you keep speaking on each of them, okay, one by one, you can definitely be a confident speaker. There are multiple topics. If I scroll down, like kind of a story beginning is also given. Okay. So these are some of the topics which is being shown here. Maybe you can do a practice on these. And let's see what all you do and what all you learned from me today. Okay. Let's proceed ahead now and let's put it all together, whatever I taught you. I mean, so many tips I taught, tricks I taught. I showed you one video and I showed you the way we can switch our emotions when we are speaking, body language, voice accent, a lot of things in just one session I spoke, right? Okay, so you have to put it together. I mean, put together means you have to put it all together. And I'm going to give you a topic today. You have to think for a few seconds. It's not like, you are thinking time of 5 to 10 minutes using ChatGPT or using any AI tool or using Google and then creating a speech and speaking. No, I want you to think creatively, even if the topic is difficult. Take time. What else we can add in this topic? Such kind of things you have to do. Think for seconds. Then use your voice modulation, your body language. Remember that OREO method I taught you, intro, body, conclusion method I taught you. Use all these things and give a final speech on the topic which I'm going to give it to you today. Yes. And okay, let me just first of all give you a topic so that you can do practice it after the class. Please make sure that you record your video on the topic and do send it to us so that we can see what all improvement that you have after watching this class. And of course, after watching me, the tips and tricks which I taught you. And the topic for you would be, for a younger students, I would suggest you to go for my favorite day. Okay. And for the elder student, they can go for the best day of my life. So I'll repeat. For the elder students, for the older students, they can go for the topic, the best day of my life. And the student, those who are younger student, they can go for the topic like my favorite day. All right. I think you can do that. So be confident with whatever you prepare. All right. Okay. So well done. I think we are done. We are just completed with a full public speaking class with me. Today we learned, let me just give a wrap up here now. I'll give a summary. We learned how to express ideas with confidence, how to organize our speech, how to use our voice and the body language. And of course, we did a lot of fun in this session. Okay. I hope you enjoyed the class. So public speaking is not just about being perfect, as I said. It's all about how can we try, how can we improve, and how can we believe in ourselves or yourself. So I can't wait to see you all in my real classes. Until then, keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep shining. Thank you. Have a good day all. Bye-bye.